over to the state and giving them to the fires of Moloch. And I will not be part of this. And I declare that the enemy's already attacked us. So I don't declare war. I declare that we are in defense of humanity. We are in defense of civilization. We are in defense of due process. We are in defense of common sense. We want justice. I want justice. And there's never a perfect justice in this world because we're flawed. But in that is our greatness. There is reaching for greatness and that animating contest that is the great test of being alive on this planet. So we are losing all of our blessings. We are being scientifically shut down. Our economy is being shut down. All of the systems are being shut down. And we have to recognize the globalists are doing it premeditatedly. What is gaslighting? It's a form of mental abuse in which false information is presented with the intent of making a victim doubt his or her own memory, perception, or sanity. A re-education camp's like a giant gaslighting facility where they all torture and beat people and get people to get scared and agree with the system and say you're wrong and gang up on you in peer pressure. Instances, that's political correctness. Instances may range simply from the denial by an abuser that previous abuse incidents ever occurred, up to the staging of bizarre events by the abuser with the intention of disorienting the victim. The term gaslighting comes from the play Gaslight and its film adaptations. I want to do a film review of that for the Nightly News in the next few days. The term is now also used in clinical and research literature. And it's literally punching somebody in the nose and then saying, I didn't punch you in the nose, and then having 5 people go, we didn't punch you in the nose, you're crazy. It wasn't tyranny what happened at Waco. It wasn't tyranny at Ruby Ridge. It's not tyranny to have TSA grab your child's genitals while the government funds Al-Qaeda publicly. It's not tyranny to have naked body scanners that all the studies show give you cancer. It's not tyranny to have glyphosate in all the major water supplies giving you cancer, growing breast cancer. On record, it grows breast cancer. That's not debated. That's 100% proven scientific fact, that it is a pure estrogen mimicker and in women grows breast tumors. One of the biggest reasons. But nobody wants to just give more money to try to find a cure for it. You like trying to give more money to find a cure for Chicago gunshot wounds. We don't know where the gunshot wounds are coming from. We don't care. We don't even care if bullets did it. We just want to know how to cure gunshot wounds. Just wave a wand and to fix the gunshot wounds, not find out why it's the murder capital of the world, even though guns are banned. That's gaslighting, folks. The whole thing is a giant hoax. Nightline here going, there's no world government, Alex. That's your theory. There's no secret government experimentation. And I'd list like 10 examples. They go, well, that was years ago. No, actually, they just admitted it again. Well, you know, Alex, boy, you really are paranoid. There were stories in 1937, 38, 39 about Hitler and what he was doing, and it was in the newspapers that it was just theories and fear-mongering and witch hunts. Herr Hitler is really getting Germany going, Time magazine said. There's whole books written on that. And then there were all the stories about Stalin. They wouldn't admit Stalin was doing anything till the 50s. There was denials when Stalin was killing 2-3 times what Hitler was. He was Uncle Joe. Up until the 50s, he was our helper. The second greatest mass murderer in history behind Mao Zedong. But let's go to an example of the thugs don't care. They just want to attack a pure young man. They just want to bring down anybody who's honorable because their souls are so ugly, they want to stamp you out. Here's the clip. All right, enough torture from Alex Jones. I want to come back, hit a few of the other big top stories. Open move. How are they going to get rid of internet freedom? We have the article when we return on the other side of this transmission. This little break coming up. And please remember, I get so busy covering the news, I don't plug stuff. Our continued existence is absolutely hinged on your financial support to continue what we're doing and expand. Please mid-air refuel us. We've got the best water filters, pro-gun T-shirts, books, films, from homeschooling to non-GMO to the police state to the New World Order to the occult. PrisonPlanet.tv. PrisonPlanet.tv. Memberships there. InfoWarsStore.com. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139 or InfoWarsLife.com. We're running a special discount for a limited time on the Survival Shield Nascent Iodine. Stay with us.
John, I'm in your head. And
no, you're not in my head. You're out there in the control room talking over me. Stop doing it.
You're crazy. You're crazy.
Stop taking over the radio show, okay?
Hey, bud, let's just do a friendly family show today because there's no world government. Nobody's out to get us.
Okay. And you're just going to ignore history, I guess?
There's no history.
And I guess you think Common Core teaching 2 + 2 = 5 is good and not a sign that the government wants to totally brainwash and brain damage the kids and screw them up fundamentally.
Well, I think the kids will be fine with the brainwashing. And so will you.
Stop talking over me.
I'm not talking over you. You're crazy.
You were on in an earlier segment taking over.
No.
Now you're back.
This is the first time I'm here. Your memory's gone.
No, you were on 15 minutes ago. Stop it.
I'll be back. You'll see.
I'm sure you will. Again, that's an illustration of gaslighting, ladies and gentlemen. And it works on the general public because they've been raised, the government's the authority from birth, and even if the government's lying, we've got to do what it says, learned helplessness. Well, I'm done. And everybody I know, almost everybody, is making a break now with the system and realizes it's a fraud. Now you've got to realize you have power. That's the next level. Here's the toll-free number, again, for first-time callers. What do you make of the U.S. being surpassed by China as the economic power? That was all done by design. What do you make of East Ukraine slips from Kiev's grasp? The Russians are now sending in medical evac teams and massing more troops. It doesn't look good. We're going to talk about that. Here's the big internet news I'm going to cover before we go to your calls when I start the next hour. This is out of Reuters. Will you guys pull me Watson's article about Chinese-style censorship that Obama wants on the internet yesterday? I want to dovetail that. I told you this a few years ago. How are they going to sell so-called Internet 2, the new Internet fast lanes that are, quote, safe, and you've got a thumbprint to get on, and then they'll phase it into everything soon? That's their admitted plan. Internet 2, 15 years ago, I read their own documents. They're public. They have consortium meetings each year in Tokyo, London, Austin. And they say the old Internet will be phased out this way. It'll be a pay-per-play Internet. And now the FCC is announcing that, the end of net neutrality. It's all happening. They're making their moves on every single front. They're making their move on every single front. U.S. FCC chief details pledge to police to have internet fast lanes because the police need their own internet fast lanes to be in emergencies. It's for emergencies. We need to spy on you for emergencies. See, remember Homeland Security got caught putting in those systems in Oregon that we broke, that Drudge carried a few months ago? We need to do a new article, how they have their own cell tower hubs to grab all your data. And they call it their own internet fast lane. They're setting up their own internet that they'll then force you onto. You understand that? And then phase out your rights that way and tax you and trace you and not let you get to Infowars.com. This is the admitted plan. They've done this in China. They're doing this in areas of Europe. They're doing it in Australia. It's happening. The slow evolution, the new secret trade deal. Now, Genesis phone system, well, their delay is out. So we're going to use our system. That's why we have a backup. We have a delay here. Got to do that per FCC rules. This is really the FCC takeover of the Internet. That's what this is, bare minimum. This bare minimum. FCC takeover of the Internet, not with a bang, but with a whimper. Toll-free number, it's the Sunday number, 877-789-Alejandro. That's 877-789-ALEX, 877-789-ALEX. Hour number 2 straight ahead. Become a member of PrisonPlanet.tv today.
Thank you for listening.
11 people can share the membership, and we need the support. Support the original, powerful, organic, true Internet. From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.